Hey, we're gonna go to the next part of the game. So, because we just hit chapter 4, one of the locations where you weren't allowed to go to, you're allowed to go to now, which will be nice. The town we're gonna go to is fairly expensive, so if feel like you need to grind money, so a little low on it, either sell some of your items that you no longer need, or grind a little bit more because it's going to get spendy. Like one of the items you can buy is 18 grand. 180000. Okay. All right. So to get into here, you're gonna have to go somewhere. Okay. I'll checks. Want to make sure everyone's healed. Cool. Okay. You're worth equipping. I recommend doing this setup on her. It's just really good. Okay. I need to preserve my stats. Okay. Yeah. I forgot to turn on Oak Cliff. She usually has a pretty good to hit ratio because I maxed out her to hit. Come on. Vision tonic. Item. There we go. Not worth it. Maybe worth it depending on how you need. You need to step on this square. Yeah, so we'll just hit him really hard. Yeah, you hit him. So long as he gets hit with Toxify, it's just GG. I'm not sure if he technically counts as a boss or not. All right, so a lot of the AIs for strong monsters are if they have Toxify or a status effect like that, like Mute or something, or Blind, they'll just, let's see here, hold on. They'll just go ahead and cure themselves, and that'll be their turn. Ooh. Bonk, bonk. Such a good item. You should die at the end of turn because of the poison stacks. All right. So you're just gonna go down this way. There's a fair number of chests in this area. You want to get okay, so you can interact with the vines. It's kind of hard to see. Come on. I'm hitting the arrow keys. It doesn't look like it, but there you go. This is the one you really care about. Not the chest, but this item. Because this will get you an item that you want if you're trying to get all 5 pins. Okay. There's some interesting items in here, so I'll go ahead and show them. I wouldn't head left. The Earth Axe, if you like the axes, that's not too bad. Harpy's Necklace, we have like 80 of those already. If you go into that cave over there, you will just basically be heading towards the end. Okay, heal up. I normally don't show off text, but I thought this one was fairly funny. Okay. So here's what you do. These two will just boost themselves. So you just kill this and they go away. So we just go bam, bam, bam. They're going to have some decent drops for this boss fight. Oh, I should intoxify, I think. Oh well. The stun effect can be annoying. Huh? Oops. That would detoxify. Take aim! Like, they just don't do enough damage to bother. Okay. Yeah, that's this area. The cave hooks up to there. And we go here. This town is an event trigger for the Pirates quest. It's going to get destroyed, so you're going to have to care. If it's this house we want to go into, yep. So you give them that map. And this map is going to get us this stone, which is going to let us translate stuff in the next dungeon so that we can get a pin. And that's where you get it. Nothing else really in the houses. Where's the guy? There is something in the pub we can grab. The inn does have items. As in the shopkeep has items. Staying here, it was an accident. I forget. You can't interact with those guys. It's kind of funny. These are a drop from the last area. Bosses don't cost enough spells for me to think it's worth it. Okay. I'm going to kind of talk about how some of these items work. It's a little weird. Okay, so the Mithril Sword we already have. Mithril Staff is worse than one of our items. This item is really expensive, and Death Strike just straight up kills a unit, but the issue is you have like no to hit ratio if it triggers. So I don't think it's worth the asking price, specifically because our builds can just one-shot things anyways, and they're more reliable. But you'll do like 1,000 damage, see the monster go away, and then you'll see the death trigger. Okay, this is not worth buying. This is just expensive. It's like adventurer armor. The only reason why to get it is because the evade. The HP recovery is pretty meh. This isn't that great. It's worth buying this. You want to buy one of this, and that's it. You do want to go here. It's worth teaching everyone, but I'm going to just teach it here. You double heal effectiveness for spells and items. I haven't tested it on items. At least recently, I might have done it in an old playthrough like a year ago, but there we go. He's going to give us our quest. We are going to go to a fire area, so I'm going to slightly adjust my equipment so that I'm not fire centric. One of the mobs can cause blindness, so if you're really worried about that, put the goggles on. That's about it. There's also a dungeon inside this dungeon, and I'll kind of talk about that once we get there. And that's why we got the Rosetta Stone. It's the old guy. Let's go. After you do complete this dungeon, you can do the pirate quest. It's pretty manageable. I did try it on a different save just to make sure. So when I'm telling y'all that it works, it actually does work. It's pretty manageable. The random monsters are fairly difficult. Because you have to do like 2 rounds of combat instead of 1, which is more annoying than anything. But they do actual damage, so you have to care. But the one we're going to, not so much. And you can, of course, do what I'm doing for showcasing the dungeons. It's just turning on a glyph so you don't run into any mobs. So if you go into that gate, you won't be able to do anything until you complete this area. Don't turn your glyph on yet because you won't run into anything here. Now you want to turn your glyph on. So I'm going to go straight to the side dungeon. So you go here. And normally you can't read these, and we'll kind of show. There you go. And that's how you get in. You run into a lot of undead mobs here, so just use like Crumble, and you'll do their HP bar worth of damage. Angel Tear if you need it. I don't think they're really that good, especially at this point in the game. That item is always good. This is like the fire summon instead of the ice summon. We'll do Sharpen, and I'm just going to do Toxic Curse. Poison Tick's really good. Aw. I forgot to change my equipment, but yeah, it's whatever. I'm not fighting. There we go. We hit him with Toxify. And another stun again, so... Attack this, attack, and then you do Tri-Spell. There's a monster in here that is just kind of like a pain to deal with. It does drop a sword. It's slightly better than the fire sword. Also, that crit damage was insane. But it also lowers their attack. It's more annoying to get than anything. You can, if you want. If you're a completionist, get it. Otherwise, don't care. There's our pin. Oh, you also want to be wary of the mummies. Uh, they hurt a lot and do stat effects. Go. It's really short, so that's nice. Okay, if there's no really good items over here, I'm going to show it like I always do, but I would recommend just heading left. Dragon Bile. I went down this way so I can grab this. It's an anti-heat pin. It's not like... Honestly, you could probably skip all the chests in this dungeon. Because we already have that, and that pathway leads to the side room. That door's sealed off. That one is worth grabbing. Okay, once you go up this door, you're going to story event, and then it's going to be another story event. There's not going to be much you can do. Okay, so we're just going to supplies. I want to make sure. Okay. Yeah, we beat it. Okay, so we're gonna get hit into a cutscene. You can still see him in the background. The bad guys have more stuff that they need to do before they win. Yep. Oh, can we get you out? They're gonna burn the city down. Also, don't mind that I beat the boss with a different party set than the one I went into, and you never saw me use this tactician tone. Nope, I definitely beat it on the first try. I definitely wasn't overconfident in my character's abilities at all, and thought I could just skip equipping it anything of use. So yeah, save before that boss fight in case you get boned like I did. I got an AoE stun into an AoE kill. Okay, so now you're gonna walk back. And all those guys that are walking back and forth, those are the ones you have to fight. There's going to be one boss. You can skip running into these guys, as I kind of did. These are the only ways to fight them, so if you're a completionist, you're gonna want to fight them. Their drops are okay. They can drop either an Angel's Tier or like the Food Bomb item. It's literally an item I've never used, so it's either incredibly good or useless. Potent Bomb. Okay, yeah. Our eyes met. That means I'm challenging you to a Pokemon battle. Hey. Yeah, there you go. This will be the boss fight. Cool effect. And then we just do this. We just want to make sure because next turn they're going to try and cleanse it if they can. I should really be using a tri-spell here. They're stunned. Oh. Oh no, defense! She misses way more than I would like. Man, it's the recording. Recording diff, yep. Now he can spend his turn healing. He's not particularly difficult to beat. 666! It's cursed! It's cursed! Okay, so this place will burn. We're going to cover the pirate section on its own because I'm kind of dead right now. And it's optional, so I don't want to cover it because it's slightly out of the way. You can talk to the merchant for the heal quest again. You can go to the inn to stay, same price. The shopkeeper has both the items and the weapons there, which is kind of convenient for them. And if you did forget the map, you can see the guy with the quill above his head. He can still give you that, as far as I know. If you talk to him right now and you already have it, he's going to say he lost everything and the only thing left that he has is that map, but he's not willing to sell it. You can't enter the tents at all. I know at least the one on the right you can't. This is going to unlock one of her unique techs. I almost said she was Thracia. I've been watching too much Thracia 76 Fire Emblem. That is not her name at all. This is just cutscene magic. Destiny Spawn is unlocked. I'll show what that looks like next episode, maybe. Okay. Yeah, you can't go in those. So you leave. And it's burned down. We will see you next time at the beginning of another video. Take care and have a nice day.